You're lying. This is, I don't need him, but I can't help you because I don't need him. I don't need him running back. Oh. I got you.
It's the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Minnesota Vikings.
Boy. But I'm playing my game. You can watch my game. I post mine up.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
No, they just started over.
On 1st and 10, Jones. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, and a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. So let's see who this is on.
Are you serious?
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Daniel Jones sacked.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. And that is incomplete here.
Jones pass. Thrown away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The score remains tied, 0-0.
Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds.
Commando Rambo? That's my boy Commando.
Positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well. That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sack back at about the 43-yard line. It's Preston Smith.
You don't mid-blitz me, I mid-blitz you.
Great Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to a 1st down.
Oh my God.
Come on, man. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Jones off the play fake. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Let's hope it's not anything that'll keep him out of the opener. We'll be right back. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 13-yard line.
From the gun, Jones to the end zone, but it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So he gets an early chance to redeem himself, and he's able to put that one through.
And how happy is he that he's able to get that second chance so quickly after the first miss, gets his confidence back up, and who knows, they may need him for an even bigger kick later in the game.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. On 1st down, McCain being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Back to throw. McCain. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down.
Throwing on first down. McCain. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. From the gun, here's Gone. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. That's taken inside his own 40. The 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A big play there. 53 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it. That's not how football works. But he probably should have.
Oh, that was kind of fake right there. There's the touchdown.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Now Goff on first down. Incomplete. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the second quarter. So get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it his best shot. Because most of the starters, you're exactly right, they'll be out of the game watching the rest of the way.
3rd and long. It's Goff. Throwing left side, it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
To the 42-yard line.
Goff on first down. Looking sideline, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Goff throwing again. And that's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. On 1st and 10, McCain buying time to his left. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 45 yards. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Man in the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. A good pickup there of 22. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
2nd and 10, Goff again. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
10 yards to go.
This time they stay on the ground. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and that will come the offense as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, A lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
At the 48-yard line.
After the interception, here's Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Escaping the pressure right. And he rifles one incomplete. So we are halfway. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
Let's see how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw. McCain, he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A 12-yard touchdown grab, and the Bengals add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They run the counter. Gilmore. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 37-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Goff toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
12 yards to go.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. It'll be a 45-yard punt and couple that with a loss on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Bengals set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language
you gotta get started.
The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
Forced out to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way,
it goes down. It also goes down once they
downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it.
They usually go up the older they get, too.
With that incompletion.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
They move them, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it from a pick.
Intercepted.
They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Out of the gun, Goff. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
He sets to fire deep, and that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Goff now looks to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done.
You got to change his throwing style.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this
one
away.
Getting cut.
Taken from just outside the 30. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control. He's turning in a heck of a game. He's creeping up towards 200 yards, a pair of touchdowns now to go along with it.
There's so many things we can talk about in his game because we're seeing it all from him. But I love his vision. He's seeing the holes develop. He's seeing holes develop before they actually open. He's making sure he's getting to the right places, very decisive in his cuts. But his vision has been the key to all these big runs in this game.
And on that last long run, we got a pretty good look at his speed as well. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 58 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. When they drew
that was
it
good.
up, I don't think they envisioned
That was a good play, man.
But he got it, took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him.
What is he, a 50? Is he, what's his accuracy?
Those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs.
That was terrible.
They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line. Come on now.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's closing in on 200 yards on the ground with the fourth quarter still to come. We're in the third. Good shot to give there.
And now he's got to make sure he convinces his coaching staff to leave him out there and keep touching the ball, because when you've had that kind of a day, there is a tendency to think about getting him out and saving some of it. Running backs never like to save yardage.
You know he's tapping his quarterback on the shoulder. I'll take the ball again, please, right?
Not turning down any carries.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. Here we go on fourth down. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Well, they knew who to turn to on fourth down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's a surprise, because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the first down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching? Nowhere to go. Here, he lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And now look at him go. The 20, 10, 5. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession.
I'm probably going to be good blitzing them out this season.
On 1st and 10, Goff.
Looking
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the play.
Back of the stats, rack them up.
Effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The big fella. Touchdown, Vikings. Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch of the end zone.
You got to feel that QB.
Yeah, you don't get
I'm
that
talking
very
about at least
often.
a minimum 5 to 6 steps a game. Passing on those games. You do that, you got 35, 40 right there off the rip. The Vikings stink, so you should be able to light the Vikings up.
Just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance where they took control.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
They might be trying to block for this quarterback, but for the major quarterback, they block for it. They block for him real good.
So much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Now the Bengals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep. He's got a man, complete. And down to the 11. A big third down play there for the Bengals. 61 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Toward the pylon, caught. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now the try here for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Goff. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And oh, he caught it up, and the Bengals grab it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Bengals.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, They've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. First down throw, Goff. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Newman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Off the bootleg. McCain eluding the pressure right. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, we saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
Now this will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching.
And he's across for a touchdown. Too little, too late. Let's get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays, given us a break? Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
So that one will be accepted. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Back to throw, Goff. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And